Welcome back to Torch Trends, and these are some topics that I was going to bring up a chance to he thought. Some stuff that I thought was interesting that I came across this week, and let's get at it.
Wow, I can't believe we're already on episode 4. It's crazy.
Right.
I can't believe we're wearing the same things we were in the last video.
Been wearing this same shirt for a month now.
Yeah, I haven't took this shirt off in 2 weeks since the last recording.
You can see the oily gloss on my forehead.
You could probably see the oily gloss on the start of the first one on mine. So let's get into it. Let's pull up your first link. Oh! How does that happen?
You got them gorilla pokers just shredding people up.
Unless this is like one of those posed for content kind of things, either they stopped really quick after his leg got caught, or like he got spun around a few times before they stopped.
Once I realized it, they stuffed the pants.
Oh gosh dang it.
And his body's under the front of the car, but I thought you could get a good laugh out of that one. It's kind of funny, but there's no way your leg would just perfectly get tangled up in there.
Yeah, I thought maybe he did some kind of video where he like stood on it while they were driving.
Yeah.
And it got wrapped up in there, but yeah, I don't know how you'd get caught up that far.
It would have beat him to death, just plop, 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 spinning.
Yeah. Oh Lord, that man went flying.
Yeah, that man went flying. That is attempted murder.
It looks like one of those like horribly edited videos where they like cut a guy out and then they just like rotate him and keyframe him across the screen.
He's just in his head, he's singing, I believe I can fly.
I believe we're gonna die.
And he's gonna be dreaming about that for every night and day. The camera went flying, and so did that crack. I don't even know which way he flipped. I just know the man is down.
I don't know. Hold on. Where does the camera go?
No idea. I mean, he went full 180, turned 6 o'clock.
Yeah, in 2 frames, he goes from right side up to right side down. I mean, you blink and he's flipped direction. And if it wasn't shameful enough, then you just get left laying on the ground, camera pointed on your crack like that.
Good thing that they are cracking down on this, because look, they call these sideshows now. 13 years ago, everyone just met up in the parking lot or the car wash. That was the days of the Skittles cars and the McDonald's cars.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just stunting on everybody. Those were sideshows. This is just attempted murder usually half the time.
Yeah, for sure. And even, I remember we used to hang out in the Piggly Wiggly in Murfreesboro.
I know that's right.
I mean, you'd have people, you know, acting up. You do burnouts, you do donuts and everything. But nobody felt the need to get right up against the vehicle.
You know, but we didn't have social media back then, so no one had their phones stuck out trying to get to record it. Everyone just stood back and was there for a good time.
Everybody dying to go viral these days.
That's right.
God.
Okay, so check this out. Yes, it was front wheel drive, so his door got spun backwards and his leg is stuck between his car and the other car. Like, dude can't move his car without tearing his leg up.
Oh!
Get ready.
What kind of donut is that?
The front wheel drive reverse donut. And his leg is pinned.
He wasn't feeling that the way I would have been feeling that.
He's got some of that West Memphis meth in him.
I felt that one more than he did. That's all
right.
I'll say on that one.
But I'm glad, with that, the whole takeover talk, I'm glad that those are getting shut down. None of us car guys appreciate them. Those aren't car guys that are out there doing it. No one is impressed by that. It takes no skill to do a donut in the middle of an intersection.
Yeah, literally, you've never heard anyone be like, man, you'll never believe how cool this dude was out there in his Charger just whipping donut. Like, if you pay attention to the video, the stuff we review and everything, you'll never notice any of the vehicles looking like the vehicles you'll see in these takeovers or whatever.
Right, yeah. People that enjoy the car culture, no matter, what level or area that you're in, a part of it, want to abuse their vehicle in that way. It's just not something anybody condones that actually cares about the vehicles.
Man got stopped right in his tracks.
Dude, I have no idea how that happened. And it's like, I don't know. There's nothing there. There's literally nothing there that he hit. I don't know if the engine just decided to lock up and the momentum of the rear kept carrying forward.
It looks like maybe he hit his brakes and it sent the front end just enough down. Like, hold on. It's really low when he goes into the dip. Like, he's already bounced up here. And then he kind of like, and then you see him nosedive.
Yeah, and the back end hops.
I think the back end hopped, and then he might have hit his brakes a little bit. So
it just flipped. I can't tell if it flipped over on its own or if the momentum of the rear was kind of carrying forward and that other car just got undered enough to throw it up in that area.
That's what I think. It's a pretty, I mean, it's not going to be a light rear end with being a wagon.
See, it's squatted down right there. The suspension's loaded, and then it lifts before it gets hit. I can't make sense of it.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Y'all talk about this in the comments because I can't make sense of it.
What do we have here? Does anyone have any ideas on how I could attempt to put this ambulance box on my Tundra? Right now it's on an F450. I've already got airbags. Oh,
that is an ambulance box. Okay, those things are
$800 for an ambulance box.
Yeah, I mean, so that's a deal on that. But look, the Tundra is like the weakest truck out there. It's squatting already with a slide-in camper, and you're gonna take that heavy ambulance box and throw it in the back.
If we take note of how far our wheel is from the back of the cab, and then we look at the Tundra,
it's a short bed.
Yeah.
The camper that he has in there already doesn't fit.
I think you picked the wrong truck, bud.
He's getting roasted in the comments.
Where there's a Harbor Freight welder and a $9 grinder, there's a dream to be had. I think he should definitely go for it. I believe.
Yeah. If he believes in himself, we believe in him too.
You having a 3.5-inch truck bed? That sounds awfully large to me.
There's no way that truck can handle it. That frame is snapping in half.
This guy probably saw that Toyota ad where the Tundra was hauling a spaceship.
I don't know what he's saying, but I agree.
You know, you pull up. I really don't know.
Yeah, we've all ate with dirty hands, but have we, oily hands? But have we ever had the oily food? This is a great opportunity for a good charbroiled, oiled, burger.
Yeah, you're gonna get it up to temp real quick. Definitely had to get in here.
Yeah, I've been following Grind Hard Build This. Love the steering changes they just made. And that's what he's showing right there is how quick that thing turns now versus the big bulky version he had before. I know he was building it for King of the Hammers and didn't get to bring it out, I don't think, so I didn't see a video of that. I dig it. Always wanted to do something ridiculous like this. I can't wait to see where it goes.
Yeah, I mean, just the steering design for this alone is just so cool. Like, I could watch this video all day just to try to, look more into, how this, just how this is put together. Big fan.
Yeah,
all around.
A lot of engineering happening.
Definitely where I would like to see us with our builds in the future.
Absolutely.
So this was something I really didn't even know how to wrap my head around what I was looking at, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, so normally it's a Watts link, but you never see them mounted on the top like that. You see them, behind the rear end.
Yeah, that's how I would.
It keeps the rear end centered because as it moves, it does this number.
Yeah.
That one twists. I guess because the traditional style Watts link wouldn't work with that much droop in the suspension. Cool engineering for what that truck's built to do.
Yep.
It's going to keep the rear end centered.
There's just a lot going on. I thought that was just extremely cool. It had to be brought up. Let's see what you think of this.
I hate this with a passion. I really do. Because he used real rivets and they serve no purpose. And you're still going to airbrush on them? It frustrated me so much.
I thought it was pretty neat with all the work that was put into it, but
no.
Interesting. I didn't know they were real rivets because I just saw this video.
You see people paint fake rivets all the time and they make no structural sense. He put them in the right places, but man, I just hate it. Like it's a ruined vehicle. Whatever, it's his car, he's stuck with it. But I hate it. I hate rivets.
Bringing out a lot of emotion here.
Ugh. Alright, we got the Harbor Freight Predator engine, the big bags, 18-wheeler bags on a golf cart. That's... I'm gonna whip it, but I'm not gonna whip it good because it might tip over a break. Whip it.
I don't know what compels you to build this. And
yeah.
Can you explain to me what I'm looking at how the motor and transmission are connected?
Yeah, that looks like a jack shaft off a go-kart. That's what it is.
It looks like it's going to cut your hand off.
Yeah, so that is a go-kart jack shaft, which is the rear axle they have going from the motor down to that axle, and then the axle is attached to the transmission. I'm curious how fast you can get that thing up to changing gears.
Josie, are you whipping that down the golf course? Yeah, she's not whipping it either.
Oh.
Got that old shiver me timber steering wheel.
Yeah.
The Home Depot doorknob.
Oh no, not the Cavalier. Yeah, they did it.
Yeah, you can tell by the Harbor Freight buckets where they got most of their parts list.
Right. And the buckets were free last week. We got the bell.
Yeah.
Ooh, all those Summit stickers on the front, and not one part was bought off of Summit Racing.
You know what? Next, this is my final one, and I got a real treat for you.
Oh, can't wait. I hope it's sweet.
Tell me, going into this, what you know about the Swedish car scene.
Thinking correctly, I think they like the ratty Impalas and stuff like that are bagged, and I mean, they just beat the crap out of stuff. If I'm thinking about the right place.
Well, you know more than I expected.
Well, I do keep up.
But this is just a subculture in Sweden that I thought we could dive more into.
100%. I wish the U.S. had more of this. That car right there is famous. If these were in the U.S., people would be sick.
Yeah.
Like, to their stomach for seeing these cars looking this way.
The chain, like the ratty speaker, everything about this.
But at the same time, like, it's kind of cool that it's like your mind saying, how is it on the road? And you don't care if it's another dent. And you either wonder how many cars have gone through the junkyards and just crushed that look like this because people are like, oh, I can't restore it. Well, what about just having fun with the car? And that's 100% all
that's
this is.
Exactly, yes. And that is this Swedish car culture, and it's similar to if it was done here. It's not exactly well received.
They're not intentionally bashing them, but heck, if it's better than them turning into recycled cans or something.
And so these actually have the name of Pilsnerbillers, if I'm saying that correctly, and that translates to beer car. And so the idea of these cars is the driver would be the sober one going on the beer run, and everybody else in the car and while they're on a road trip is just drinking, having fun. Yeah, it's just literally trashy car, having trashy fun.
As long as everyone has their tetanus shot, it's a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, your jaw's going to lock up from tetanus and you're going to die.
No. No, everybody's gonna be great. So yeah, I just wanted to go through a few examples and see what you thought stuck out to you when looking.
Okay, that one's a little excessive, but the Impalas that one is too. But how the heck did they get all these Impalas in here? That's what I want to know. Because you cannot find them around here. and they got them all. They're just trashed.
But they're being enjoyed. Just a lot of fun. You can see it's heavily packed with people, just having a good time. Just pure good fun. Man passed out on the hood here. Ratchet strap holding down the hood. You've got paint all over. You've got a doll in the grill. I mean, you don't care what happens to the car. You just care what happens in the car, and that's a good time.
That's a good time.
That's what's happening in the car. That is a Swedish subculture that just had to be brought to attention, and I really appreciate in a lot of these vehicles, or in a lot of these pictures, you just see random American flags, and I even saw...
that's the Ghostbusters.
Yes. I saw
the rebel flag.
Yeah, the rebel flag, which I didn't think would be a thing in Sweden. So
they're rebellious.
Yeah,
rebellious car culture.
We're always happy to hear feedback from you guys. Make sure to send us some submissions of your own. Maybe you know a subculture that we don't know about. Let us know, and we'll go over it.
We'll torch down those trends and catch you on the next one. See us at Rods and Ribeyes on May 18th.